Hey guys, a very good day to you all. In this video, we are going to understand another colligative property that is nothing but osmotic pressure. Now, before understanding osmotic pressure, it is important that we understand what is osmosis. Okay, so for that, let us consider a container over here, and in this container I am going to add solvent. Okay, so I have a solvent in the container. Now what I am going to do is that I am going to divide this container into two parts with the help of a semi-permeable membrane. Now, what is the use of this semi-permeable membrane? That I will tell you all in next 1 minute. Okay. Now, on the left hand side, I am going to add solute particles. Okay. So, this yellow color are nothing but non-volatile solute particles. Clear with this? Now, since I am having a semi-permeable membrane over here, therefore the solute particles cannot travel from left hand side of the container to the right hand side of the container. Why? Because this semi-permeable membrane has very small pores. Okay, and through these pores only the blue color solvent can travel from right hand side to left hand side or from left hand side to right hand side. And as we all know that solvent is small in size, therefore it can travel through the pores of this semi-permeable membrane. But the solute is bigger in size, therefore it cannot travel through the pores of this semi-permeable membrane. Clear with this? Now guys, can I say that on the right hand side I am having only solvent, and on the left hand side I am having a solution. Why solution? Because here I am having blue color solvent plus yellow color solute. So solute plus solvent gives you solution. Now guys, can I make a statement over here that the concentration of solvent is less on the left hand side and the concentration of solvent is greater on the right hand side? Why? Because as you can see over here, on the right hand side more amount of blue color solvent is present, whereas on the left hand side you can see along with the solvent there is solute also present. Therefore, as compared to the right hand side, on the left hand side there is less amount of solvent. Therefore, we are saying that concentration of solvent is less on the left hand side and it is greater on the right hand side. Clear with this? Now, because of this, what happens is that the solvent molecules, these solvent molecules are going to travel from right hand side to the left hand side of the container through this semi-permeable membrane. Okay. Now, since the concentration of solvent is greater over here, therefore the solvent molecules are going to travel from right hand side to the left hand side of the container through this semi-permeable membrane. Okay. So as you can see over here, now the solvent molecules have decreased on the right hand side and it has increased on the left hand side, and this is called as osmosis. Clear with this? So as you can see over here, the volume has decreased on the right hand side and the volume has increased on the left hand side. Now you might be wondering that why is it happening so? Why is the solvent molecules moving from right hand side to the left hand side? Okay, so the reason for this is that when we studied vapor pressure, we got to know that the vapor pressure of solvent is greater than the vapor pressure of solution. Therefore, since here there is greater vapor pressure, therefore the solvent molecules travel from right hand side to the left hand side. Now for those who do not know what is vapor pressure, don't worry guys, I have already uploaded a separate video on it. You can find the link of that video in the description box below, or you can simply click on the I button which is present on the right top corner of your screen. Okay. Now guys, I know that you have understood osmosis, but to make sure that you have understood, let us understand osmosis in some different way. Okay, so let's see how. Now over here, as you can see, on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side, I am having a solution. Okay, why I am having a solution? Because on the left hand side and on the right hand side, I am having solute plus solvent. Now since solute plus solvent is present, therefore I am having solution on both the sides. Now after observations, can I say that the concentration of solution is greater on the left hand side and the concentration of solution is less on the right hand side? Why? Because concentration of solution depends on the number of solute particles present. So as you can see over here, on the left hand side, greater number of solute particles are present. Therefore, the concentration of solution is greater on the left hand side and the concentration of solution is less on the right hand side, as there are less number of solute particles present. Clear with this? Now guys, but for osmosis we are not concerned with the concentration of solution. Instead, we are concerned with the concentration of solvent. We want to know the concentration of solvent. We are not concerned with the concentration of solution. So you again make observation, and after making observation, now we get to know that the concentration of solvent is greater on the right hand side and the concentration of solvent is less on the left hand side. Why is it so? Because if you observe, on the right hand side there are very less number of solute and greater number of solvent molecules. Since there are greater number of solvent molecules, therefore the concentration on the right hand side is greater, and on the left hand side if you observe, there are many solute particles and there is solvent also present. But as compared to the right hand side, there are more amount of solute particles. Therefore, the solvent particles will be less over here. And since the solvent particles are less over here, therefore, the concentration of solvent on the left hand side is less. Now, we all know, since the concentration of solvent is greater on the right hand side, therefore, the solvent molecules are going to flow from right hand side to the left hand side. So as you can see over here, now the solvent molecules have flowed from right hand side to the left hand side, and this is nothing but your osmosis. Clear with this? So whenever a concentration of solution is given to you, don't get confused. We are not concerned with the solution. We are only concerned with the concentration of solvent. And a trick for you all to remember, most of the times, when the concentration of solution is greater, the concentration of solvent will be less. Clear with this? Okay. And when the concentration of solution is less, concentration of solvent will be greater. So they are just reverse of each other. Okay. So as you can see over here, the sign has changed. It has got reversed. Now, after understanding osmosis, now it is time for us to understand what is osmotic pressure. Okay. So for that, as you can see, on the left hand side, I am having a solution, and on the right hand side, I am having only solvent. Now you know that because of osmosis, the solvent molecules will flow from right hand side to the left hand side. Clear with this? And we know when the solvent molecules flow from right hand side to the left hand side, the volume of the left hand side is going to increase. Am I right? The volume will increase over here, but I do not want the volume to increase. I don't want the volume to increase. Therefore, what I am going to do is that I am going to up, uh, keep a piston over here. Okay, so this orange color is nothing but a piston over here, and on this piston I am going to apply a downward pressure. Okay, so I am going to apply a downward pressure on this piston so that this piston does not come up. If this piston comes up, then obviously the volume of this solution will increase. I want the volume of this solution to remain as it is. Therefore, I am going to apply a downward pressure on this piston. Okay. Now, if the volume does not change, so obviously if the volume does not change, then no solvent particles will flow from right hand side to the left hand side. Let me repeat. If the volume does not change, then obviously no solvent molecules will flow from right hand side to the left hand side. So this pressure, the minimum amount of pressure that we require to apply on the surface of the liquid so that its volume does not increase or its volume does not change, is called as osmotic pressure. This pressure that we have applied so that the solvent molecules cannot flow from one side to the another is called as osmotic pressure. I hope that you have understood what is osmotic pressure as well. It is nothing but the pressure that we apply on this liquid surface with the help of the piston so that the volume of the solution does not increase, and if the volume of the solution does not increase, then obviously there will be no flow of solvent molecules from right hand side to the left hand side, and this pressure is called as osmotic pressure. I hope that you have now clear with what is osmotic pressure. Now guys, here you are applying this osmotic pressure so that the volume of the solution does not change and the solvent molecules does not travel from right hand side to the left hand side. But what if we apply pressure greater than this osmotic pressure? Like here, as you can see, I have applied P plus. P plus means what? Some amount of pressure greater than the osmotic pressure. So when you apply pressure greater than the osmotic pressure, then guys, the solvent molecules will now start to travel from left hand side to the right hand side. Clear with this? And since now they are traveling in a reverse direction, therefore it is called as reverse osmosis. Clear? I hope you have understood what is reverse osmosis as well. Here you can observe there is an increase in the solvent molecules. Clear with this? Now guys, I have a doubt over here. So let me take you back. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that through this semi-permeable membrane, the solvent molecules can travel from either right hand side to the left hand side or from the left hand side to the right hand side. So, don't you think that when the solvent molecules are traveling from right hand side to the left hand side, even the solvent molecules on the left hand side should travel on the right hand side? What do you think, guys? See, some amount of solvent molecules on the left hand side will travel to the right hand side. Okay, since there are pores, they will obviously travel from left hand side to right hand side. But very few amount of the molecules, solvent molecules, will travel from left hand side to the right hand side. Most of the molecules, very large amount of molecules, will travel from right hand side to the left hand side. So when you see net moment, you will observe that the molecules have traveled from right hand side to the left hand side. And as I told you all earlier, that the vapor pressure of pure solvent is greater and the vapor pressure of solution is less, and because of this they are traveling from right hand side to the left hand side. Now guys, let us understand the relation between osmotic pressure, which is represented as pi, and concentration of solution in terms of molarity. And we all know that molarity is represented as m. Okay, so we found out that osmotic pressure is directly proportional to molarity, and osmotic pressure is directly proportional to temperature in kelvins. Okay, now after combining these two relations, we get to know the formula of osmotic pressure, that is equals to R into molarity into temperature, and this R is nothing but the gas constant, whose value is nothing but 0.08206 dm cube atmospheric pressure Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Clear with this? And guys, the value of osmotic pressure that you will get will be in terms of atmospheric pressure. Its units will be atmospheric pressure. Clear with this? Now guys, we all know what is molarity. Molarity is nothing but number of moles of solute divided by volume of the solution. Clear with this? So just replacing the formula of molarity in this equation, we get pi is equals to R as it is, T as it is, M. M is nothing but number of moles of solute divided by the volume of the solution. So guys, I hope that you have liked this video, and if you have liked this video, then please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and go check out my channel where I have uploaded physics and chemistry videos. They might be helpful for you all. And guys, thank you for watching this video.